Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending our session. Today we'll discuss with you how you can automate how you can automate your security processes with Energy Logserver. Today's session will be hosted by two persons, Piotr Kawa, who is me. I am responsible for Energy Logserver in Bakotech. And on the session, we've got our Maciej Twardy, who will support you and who will give you an overview of Energy Logserver platform. The session will be divided into three parts. First part will be covered by me. It will be a short story about Energy Logserver. Then I will pass the presenter role to Maciej. Maciej will give you a short demo, and after that, I will cover a part about Energy SOAR. So let's start. Before we start, we should answer the crucial question: why companies and why organizations need a SIEM platform? So first of all, there is a couple of things. First of all, to increase security by correlation between data types. Right now, organization has lack of visibility between security solutions. So they are not communicating each other. They are not sharing information. So companies needs to invest in SIEM solution to cover this gap, to have such visibility, and last but not least, to have some kind of correlation between them. Of course, if right now companies from time to time doing some kind of analysis, but it is not automatic. So companies which invest in SIEM solution, first of all, then they can collect data in one server, one place, and then analyze it very quickly. So we will decrease this time which is needed for analysis. Also, because we've got automatic detection rules, because we've got these correlation rules, we can do some kind of very quickly auto detections done by Energy Logserver. In the same time, in our platform, we've got network probe, and via this network probe, you can put all your traffic, and based on the traffic, we can detect some kind of attacks. Last but not least, SIEM platform and Energy Logserver platform will give you some kind of bigger value from your security system, because all of our organizations are spending a lot of money for security solutions, and with SIEM solution you will have some kind of bigger picture, some kind of wider view about what's going on in your infrastructure, in your security system. What is the main and huge advantage in the same time is that you can put any text data to our platform. There's a lot of methods of acquisition of the data from the infrastructure and from the security devices. The typical one: Windows events, applications log files, syslogs, and plenty of them. We can get that information, any text data to our platform. We can do visualization. We can do some kind of reporting based on that. And in the same time, with the platform, you are receiving a lot of parsers, which help you to parse all the logs, and because of that, you will be able to correlate any of data. Energy Logserver portfolio right now, the main platform Energy Logserver is coming to you with three three functionalities. First of all, log management. So you will receive platform which will be able to handle event centralization and collection. So you will have one repository for all your data, all your logs. Next one, SIEM solution. So based on this log management, we can build some kind of SIEM functionalities like alerting, security analysis, incident management. So the platform is ready to use from the early beginning with all these predefined reports, predefined correlation rules. So it can start working just like that in the event Thursday. The last one, network probe. As I've mentioned previously, you can put via our probe all your network traffic. Based on it, we can detect suspicious behaviors. We can recognize zero-day attacks. And of course, also because we've got network traffic, we can do some kind of a little bit sophisticated monitoring to identify the source of the problem of the performance of specific applications. For example, based on this network traffic, we can do some kind of visualization and categorization of the traffic. Another product, which is Energy SOAR, I will cover it later on. So the product is separate, and you can start with SOAR, do some kind of automatic response. You can manage incidents automatically. So its platform is dedicated for SOC and for security teams, and I will cover it later. Few use cases, how customers are using Energy Logserver. So the typical one, log management, SIEM, and network analysis. So this like three main use cases. But in the same time, we've done a lot of projects where a customer would like to do some kind of infrastructure monitoring, application monitoring as well. So we can analyze some kind of metric server, we can analyze trends, and also, which is right now important, we can do some kind of inventory and building about for public clouds like AWS and Azure. Uh, in our platform, we've got long-term data archiving, which help you to collect all the data, to manage all this information, and in the same time, we've got prepared compliance report. I give you a couple of examples what kind of functionalities we can bring to you, and Maciej will elaborate it further. So first of all, as a SIEM platform, uh, we are bringing to you alerting and correlation rules. Right now, in our platform, there is more than 700 detection rules, which can help you to manage all the information from your security devices. And because of these rules, we can do risk management and incident management. And because we've got all the data in one repository, we can scan the data each minute. Also, active responses, because with our platform, you are receiving some kind of small agent you can implement on host, on server, on the endpoint. Because of this agent, we can do some kind of active responses as well. And what is very important nowadays for security departments, you can build automatic playbooks. As I've mentioned, we are delivering to you more than 700 detection rules, but in the same time, first of all, you can edit existing rules, but also you can create your own. Energy Logserver can be also, as a SIEM, tailored for your real needs. So you can, because we are delivering to you pre-built dashboards, pre-built reports, pre-built correlation rules, but still at the same time you can influence and you can build your own diagrams. You can build your own dashboards to make your life easier. Also, it's very important to add that Energy Logserver, you can first of all integrate it with MITRE attack matrix. We can integrate the platform with malware information sharing platform, and also we can integrate Energy Logserver with any of IOC database from where we can take information about bad IPs, bad URLs, or even Tor sites. As I've mentioned previously, with the platform, we are giving to you pre-built compliance reports, the most popular GDPR, PCI DSS, NIST, HIPAA, or CIS, and there's a couple of others as well. A very important one, with the platform, we are providing you vulnerability scanners. So we've got built-in vulnerability management platform. But in the same time, if you are using your own, for example, we can attach the results of the scanning into our platform. So we've got already written native integrations with Tenable, with Qualys, OpenVAS, Greenbone, or Rapid7. But if you are using any of different vendor who is providing such functionalities, we will be able to integrate it with our platform, with SIEM. As I mentioned previously about this small active agent, because of that, you can also do changes. You can monitor the changes on your files, catalogs, and directories. Right now, I would like to switch the presenter to the Maciej Twardy, who will serve you some kind of very short demo of Energy Logserver.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Let me share my screen. Today, I'm going to show you the most important functionalities and technical capabilities you can find in Energy Logserver platform, starting from the log management part. So we need to be aware of the one thing before we can transfer our data into Energy Logserver. We need to reprocess them. What I mean by that, our data, our logs need to be normalized, need to be filtered, and they also can be enriched some additional information. And after this process, all collected information are stored in so-called indexes or indices, which are logical sets that groups our events coherent in terms of structure, of source type. For example, it can be data transferred using syslog protocol, for example, or it can be data coming from web servers, etc. All of those information after normalization process can be found in the first of the module of an Energy Logserver platform called Discover. Here, of course, we can check whether our data processing pipeline works correctly. So we can, for example, expand each document, each event, and check how does the particular fields look like. And also we can use this module to build, let's say, ad hoc reports using handy tools which are available for particular fields. And of course, we can also use the huge potential of Elasticsearch non-relational database, for example, for full text query. As you can see, we got the response because I checked the deny words in our syslog data, and we can quickly find all of the logs, all of the events. which contain this particular work. What is very important and need to be emphasized, we can work using Energy Logserver platform on data sets which consist of millions of documents. So let me remove this benign word and check the time horizon from 15 minutes to, for example, 7 days. And look how quickly we got response from Energy Logserver platform. Now we have presented almost 20 millions of documents in a second. And this is a simple all-in-one lab virtual machine, and it can work so quickly. So this is very important information that Energy Logserver platform can scale up to the solution, which can work in environment which generates millions, thousands or millions events per second. And this is very straightforward process to scale up the solution, starting from only one virtual machine to the solution which can process so huge volume of events. Of course, the next step after building our central log repository will be creating appropriate forms of visualizations of collected data, which will allow us to quickly assess the operating status of our IT infrastructure. Energy Logserver platform helps us to do this because we have handy tools and functionalities built into this platform. For example, if I expand, for example, source IP address, I can get quickly the propagation of top 5 values of IP addresses in our 20 million set of syslog data. This is just a simple example because we can jump into the dedicated module which can be used to build some advanced form of visualizations. Here we have available various forms of charts or other different kinds of data visualizations, which in the next step can be used to build some dedicated dashboards for our NOC or SOC operating centers. This is a very straightforward process, and what is very important, Energy Logserver platform comes with a rich set of ready-to-use visualizations, ready-to-use dashboards, so you can just after minutes, in the minutes after installation, you can work on your data, work on your events, using those ready-to-use visualizations forms. Of course, you can create your own dashboards, you can create your own visualizations, and what is very important, you can share this data, you can generate reports from ready-to-use dashboards. This is a very simple process. We have, of course, dedicated reports module. We can use previously created dashboards to create report, ad hoc report, or we can, of course, use some scheduler to generate our reports and in the automatic way send this report, for example, in the CSV, HTML, or PDF format to users in our organization. We can also, to fully address event and log management process in our organization, we can, of course, use the archive module, which allows us to export. Let me switch to my second demo. We can export our data from any of indexes to the external archive. Of course, we can encrypt the data, and in the same way, we can also import previously exported archive into Energy Logserver, which fully address the life cycle of events in our organization. There is also some very handy additions. For example, if we have some data in XLS format, we can use dedicated module to import those data and use any of tools implemented in Energy Logserver platform using this simple wizard. So we can drag and drop the file, and Energy Logserver platform does all necessary thing to import our data into some dedicated index, and later on we can of course create some dashboards, use this data in the typical way. So this is the first very important part of the functionalities which we can find in the Energy Logserver platform. Of course, the next step will be defining some alerts and using some automation to generate alarm or work on daily basis on data stored in the Energy Logserver platform. And of course, we can find tools to do this in Energy Logserver platform. This will be the alerts module. Here we can create alerting rules using many methods, starting from some basic types like blacklist or whitelist, through, for example, monitoring changes on data stored in an Energy Logserver platform. We can detect any anomalies using frequency algorithm or similar ones, and we can also use advanced method to detect some specific conditions. For example, we can use the logical rule in creating alarms, or we can use something like chain methods, which allows us to define advanced conditions to detect any events in our organization. And of course, we can then, on this predefined methods, generate some automatic actions. For example, we can run a command, I mean shell scripts on Linux, or for example, we can send an email, or we can generate an events in Slack or OP5 platform, or we can simply send internal notification to the user of Energy Logserver platform. Of course, we can also use some advanced features, like we can create playbooks, which can be simply some text information to our administrator, or here we can also put some scripts to automate some actions which will be triggered using our alerting rules. Here we can also find some additional functionalities which we can use in Energy Logserver platform. We have here something like incidents, so we can analyze all previously detected anomalies in our organization. We can also define some risk scores, which allows us to create some automatic methods to analyze any of detected incidents, any of detected anomalies in our organization. What is very interesting in Energy Logserver platform, you can find SIEM module. This is in fact something like advanced IDS solution implemented into this platform. Here we can, in very details, analyze what is going on our hosts, on our servers, in four main areas. So, for example, we can analyze very detailed information about security events on our notebooks, on our servers. We can check integrity of our data. We have something like policy monitoring or system auditing. We can also detect vulnerabilities using built-in scan engine. So we do not need to implement any third-party solution in our organization. We can use Energy Logserver platform to detect vulnerabilities on Windows, Linux machines, not only PCs, but also servers. And the last very important thing we can find here also the compliance. What is more important in our area, what's going on with the compliance with GDPR regulation, which in very simple and straightforward form can inform us what's going on in the most important parts of the GDPR requirements. We can find information what problems have been detected in our organization. Let me switch to second part. Okay, there's some problem with data visualization. And last but not least, here we can find also many other additional tools which can fully address the management of information, management of log in our organization using only one platform. We do not need to use any third-party solution. All of necessary tools are implemented in Energy Logserver platform. And what is very important, we can start from simple all-in-one installation, which consists of any necessary components which have been built into the one virtual machine. And we can then grow to address more events per second. We can split our all-in-one Energy Logserver platform into separate components to be able to process hundreds of thousands events in our organization. So let's conclude my part of the presentation. And now I hand over to Piotr. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maciej. Right now, I would like to give you some kind of a very short overview about Energy SOAR product, how you can help, and how the product can help to automate some processes in SOC departments. I've listed a couple of problems which SOC teams or security teams has. First of all, as you for sure know, it's limited resources. So unfortunately, and there is lack of cybersecurity professionals who can join the company and who can resolve some kind of incident which can resolve some alerts. There are too many products with different GUIs, and the SOC operator has to switch from one system to another one to copy the results, copy the data from one to one, and it takes time. At the same time, it's too many alerts because SIEM solutions and other solutions can generate some kind of events, and there's too many alerts for too less employees to cover. Lack of processes, or organization has some kind of huge playbooks or manual playbooks for the process. Speed, mean time to detect and mean time to repair must improve. So our SOC teams should act much more quicker and should act quickly. And last but not least, all these previous factors generating costs. So this cost will continue to increase in the future. So organization has to invest in some kind of automation to save the money and optimize all of these factors. How SOAR and how Energy SOAR solve security problems. Because of uh, automation and orchestration, we can automate repetitive tasks. So our people or SOC people will have much more time to do some kind of sophisticated tasks like threat hunting, for example. Too many products. So Energy SOAR can help and orchestrate workflows and responses across different security products, different security platforms, so we can exchange all the data in one workflow. Too many alerts. So because of automation, we can automatically solve incidents or solve the tickets from the SIEM platform. Like of processes, we can build some kind of case templates, we can build tasks, and we can build automatic workflows. So if an accident occurs, then it can be solved almost automatically. Speed, because of that, because of these templates, because of automation, we can speed up internal processes because of orchestration and automation to reduce time. Last but not least, Energy SOAR will help you to save your time, first of all, and the time is the most important, I think, right now, and of course, the costs. A few words about architecture. So you can feed up Energy SOAR with it's obvious SIEM solution. So Energy SOAR is natively has some kind of native integration with Energy Logserver, which is obvious. But also, if you've got in your infrastructure, of if you are using different SIEM solution like Splunk, Curator, Elasticsearch, or whatever, we can integrate it with our platform, and we can receive all these alerts directly to the SOAR. Also, we can import or we can handle some kind of actions which are provided to SOAR via email or ticketing system. And also, we've got integrations with other security vendors. And if, for example, FireEye will alert our platform, our SOAR, then we can do some kind of automatic workflows. Also, we can integrate with a cloud SIEM solution like Microsoft Sentinel or even USM Anywhere. In the same time, from Energy Logserver, we can share and exchange the information with external services. For example, as is it mentioned right here, with malware information sharing platforms, the communication is in both sides, so we can take the information from there. We can ask this platform for information. We can receive the results, and then we can operate and act quickly. And final, Energy SOAR will help you to analyze all these accident, all these alerts, will help you to respond much more quicker. In our platform, we've got built-in sandbox which help you to check all these suspicious files, and also we are able to notify internal users or external users about results. Why you should choose an Energy Logserver? First of all, you've got a wider view because of you are collecting all the information from the security solutions, security devices, network devices. We can automatically collect the data, correlate them, so we'll have much more bigger view. Functionalities, out of the box set of tools, correlation, as we've mentioned, all pre-built dashboards, but still in the same time you can also do your own rules as well. High performance, because we are using Elasticsearch engine, the platform is extremely fast and quick. So you can be able to search for any of log and for data in your terabytes of data in seconds, even as Maciej done it on short demo. Flexibility. System is very scalable, so we can start with some kind of all-in-one platform on one virtual machine. Then we can upgrade it or and build system cluster for high availability and, for example, disaster recovery. Pricing. From pricing perspective, we can be unbeatable, and we've got unbeatable pricing model adapted to the market needs. You can purchase or you can buy Energy Logserver in the free way. First of all, the typical one, perpetual license, perpetual. The second one is subscription, and the third one is an SSP. Also, we've got native integrations with different systems, and of course, during the implementation, we can integrate the solution with any other devices, systems, or infrastructure. And in the total, Energy Logserver can work as some kind of umbrella system in your environment. Right now, we've got a couple of minutes to ask us questions if you've got. You can use chat window on the left side of the panel. But if there will be no question from your side, then I would like to wish you a pleasant day. Thank you for your time today, and be in touch. So you can reach out us directly. We can set some kind of another much more bigger session dedicated for you to speak with you about the project and to speak with you about current opportunities. So from this moment, I would like to thank you, wish you a pleasant day, and keep in touch. Bye bye.